Out of love for Taylor Swift, should we take a step back from listening to Taylor Swift? I'm Father Mark Mary with the Franciscan Friars of the Renewal, and this is Ascension Presents. I want to establish this principle. I want to avoid as much as possible contributing money to a company that will then use this money in some way to help promote abortion or help somebody procure an abortion. And I want to avoid as much as possible amplifying a platform which is being used, maybe not always, but at times, to promote abortion. I don't want to give money to a company which kills innocent children in the womb. And I don't want to support someone or amplify a voice which also is advocating for this, right? And the US bishops, they recently got together and they said, the opposition of abortion continues to be the preeminent priority. The preeminent right on which all other rights are contingent is the right to life. And abortion continues to be a huge issue in the world and in the United States. And we have to do something, right, to oppose it. Tesla, as a company, said that, if your state doesn't allow abortions, we're going to help provide money for you to be able to go and to get an abortion out of state. Joe Rogan hasn't proposed himself necessarily as an advocate for abortion, but he's definitely been for it, and he's definitely said he's against it being illegal, and he's advocated in some way on his massive, podcast platform. And Taylor Swift, after the overturning of Roe versus Wade, she reshared, a Michelle Obama tweet and added her own voice to it. And so she is also using her massive platform and influence to sort of personally, proactively, contemporarily, actually advocate for, abortion. If a human being lives in this world without a sense of pain, right, it's a condition, it's really dangerous if they don't experience sort of consequences in life, or they can't experience them, or they're just not aware of them. That's actually a really dangerous way to live. In some sense, an awareness of consequences or coming up against consequences, right, is helpful for keeping us safe and sort of illuminating, right, our minds, our consciences, this is a dangerous path to go on. And we talked about it a little bit, of this difference last week between sort of if you will, consequences and the cancel culture. My proposal is this, is it's particularly in this area of abortion and advocating for it, individuals and companies need to have some experience of consequences at the service of the illumination of their conscience and ultimately their conversion. Because those who are actively, publicly, contemporarily right now, either supporting, helping someone need to get, advocating for abortion, they're on a dangerous path. They're on a dangerous path. And to allow them to continue to live their entire lives down that path without consequences is not charity. It's not authentic love for them. What we desire is this, right? What we desire is this, is Elon Musk has this great mind. We desire, out of love for him, that this mind is given the gift and the grace to contemplate the beauty and the truth of God for all of eternity. There's got to be some consequence at the service of conversion. Joe Rogan, again, he's using this platform. There's got to be some consequences. And Taylor Swift, right? Out of love for her, don't we want her beautiful voice to be able to sing the praises of God for all eternity? And I'm sure she has this beautiful heart. And don't we want this beautiful heart to be able to know and to love God and to experience the love of God the Father forever? But these people who are, out of whatever reason, advocating for the abortion, advocating for the killing of innocent life in the womb, they're not on that path right now. And we need to help them, out of love for them, get on that path, right? And so my encouragement is this, and again, I hope my heart is coming through of not these people are the worst, let's destroy them, let's take away their careers, I believe that these people, are well-intentioned and have helped many in different ways. But now it's our time to help them. Now it's our time to help them. Out of love, again, for Taylor Swift and maybe the ways in which she has been with you as you've grown up and how her songs have spoken to your heart, can you take a step back from listening to her out of love for her? In the natural sense, stepping back from continuing to support, to amplify the platform, but also in a spiritual sense, to make a sacrifice. Can we step back from some of these? Maybe you really love this car. Maybe you really love the conversation on the Rogan podcast. Maybe you really love the music. But let's be discerning. As much as possible, we want to avoid contributing money or amplifying a platform which supports abortion. We have to do something. Like, we just have to do something, and we have to take it serious. But it's going to hurt a little bit. It's going to be a cost. But it comes from a place of charity for the unborn, for a culture of life, but for these individuals as well, who we want to be with for all eternity. I noticed, like, you don't have any more Taylor Swift on the playlist yet. You know what? She's given me so much as a young girl growing up, and I'm so grateful for her. And out of love for her and in gratitude, I've actually stepped away from listening to her music as just a little offering for her conversion. And because I desire to be with her for all eternity in heaven. And I desire that for her. And similarly with maybe not getting the Tesla or stepping back from the Rogan podcast, whatever it is. Like, again, the place we're coming from is a place of charity, consequences in charity at the service of conversion, at the service of eternal salvation, contemplation, adoration of God forever. It's messy, it's complicated, it's hard, but I'm going to encourage you just to discern it and to pray about it, bring it to the Lord, and see again if He's inviting you out of love for these individuals to make a sacrifice on their behalf. All right, remember, we are pilgrims on this earth. Somos peregrinos, poco a poco, little by little. Vamos a llegar. We're going to make it. God bless y'all.